Good morning children and viewers. So today I am going to explain about the critical angle and total internal reflection. So for better understanding of critical angle and total internal reflection, I am recalling what happens to light when the light is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. So in the previous class I explained that this is a surface separating the two media. Below the surface is considered denser and above the surface will be considered rarer. So now consider the light is traveling from denser to rarer. So now this is a light ray traveling through the denser medium and it is incident on the surface. To understand the behavior we are drawing the normal. So when it is traveling from the denser to rarer, so it does not travel in the straight line path. It does not travel along the straight line path. So when it enter into the rarer medium, it does not bend towards normal. It bends away from normal. When the light travel from denser to rarer, it bends away from normal. This point you have to remember. So when light is traveling from denser to rarer, so light bends away from normal. Bends away from normal. This you have to remember. So when the light is traveling from denser to rarer, light bends away from normal. This point you have to remember. So now come to the critical angle. So the critical angle can be arise when the light travels from only denser to rarer, not rarer to denser. So now consider, so this is a surface separating the two medium. Below this plane surface, consider the medium is the denser, and above the surface that will be considered rarer. So the below, this is the surface separating the two media. Below the surface denser medium is there, above the surface rarer medium is there. Now consider, so this is the light ray, this is the light coming from a source in the form of ray, and it is initially traveling in the denser medium, and it is traveling in the denser medium. It will be incident on the surface here. This point will be considered point of incidence. To understand the behavior, I am drawing the normal. This is a normal for whom? This is a normal from the, this is a normal for the plane surface. So now consider it is incident with angle of incidence I. What is the angle of incidence? The angle between the normal and incident ray. But when the light is traveling from the denser medium, enter into rarer medium, it does not travel along the same straight line path. What happened? It bends away from normal. This is a normal. So now it does not bend towards normal, it bends away from normal. Now it will be bends like this. Now this is a refracted ray in the rarer medium. Now the angle between the normal and refracted ray will be called as angle of refraction. Now the light is traveling through denser medium, is incident on the surface, and when it enter into rarer medium, it bends away from normal. So now what I am doing now here, now I am increasing the angle of incidence further. If I increase the angle of incidence further, for example, now consider, so this is the light ray. Now this is will be incident with more than this angle. So now the bending will be also increases. It does not travel along the same path. It will be, let us consider it is bending will be more, and nothing but when the angle of incidence in the denser medium is gradually increases, so the light, the refracted ray bending away from normal is also gradually increases. So when I in denser medium, I means angle of incidence in denser medium increases, R is also increases. So this R is also increases. This is the R. R means what? Angle of diffraction is also increases. So now when the light is traveling from the denser medium to rarer medium, you know that the light bends away from normal. So by using that concept, when we are increasing this angle of incidence in the denser medium, so now at a particular angle of incidence, let us consider it will be incident, this particular angle of incidence. This is the light ray traveling through denser medium is incident on the surface but at a particular angle. So at that particular angle, what happened? The light ray, the refracted ray will be grazes the surface, grazes the surface at a particular angle of incidence. So now that angle of incidence will be called as what? Critical angle. So now for this critical angle, the angle of refraction become 90 degrees. The angle of refraction become 90 degrees. So when what is happening here, when the angle of incidence in the denser medium is gradually increasing, the angle of incidence in the denser medium is gradually increases at a particular angle of incidence, the angle of refraction become 90 degrees. When the angle of refraction become 90 degrees, what happened? This refracted ray will be just touches the surface or travels along the surface. It will be travels along the surface which will be separate the two medium. So that is known as grazes the surface. దాన్ని మనం grazes surface అంటాం. Now that angle of incidence in the denser medium will be called as the critical angle. And what is the critical angle? So the angle of incidence in the denser medium for which angle of refraction become 90 degrees. So that angle of incidence in the denser medium will be called as the critical angle. But when this critical angle, we can observe only the light travels from denser to rarer only. So now what is the definition of the critical angle? So the angle of incidence in denser medium, so for which angle of refraction and R equal to 90 degrees. So this angle of incidence in the denser medium, where in the denser medium. So for this angle of incidence, what is happening? Angle of refraction become 90 degrees. So then that angle of incidence, is called critical angle. So it is represented with a letter C, capital C. This is a letter represented with a capital C. So this is the critical angle definition. So now I am going to find the relation between the critical angle and refractive index of the denser medium. Now I am going to find the relation between refractive index of denser medium and critical angle. Refractive index of denser medium, absolute refractive index of denser medium and critical angle. But now the light is going from where to where? Denser to rarer. What is the angle of incidence in the denser medium? That is the critical angle. What is the angle of refraction in the rarer medium? 90 degrees. So already you know the Snell's law. So according to the Snell's law, so what is the relative refractive index? So I am going to find the relative refractive index of the rarer medium with respect to denser medium. So the symbol indicates refractive index of the rarer medium with respect to denser medium is equal to, what is the formula? Absolute refractive index of the rarer medium divided by absolute refractive index of the denser medium equal to sine angle of incidence in the denser medium. What is the sine angle of incidence in the denser medium? That is C. Or let us consider, that is C. The sine angle of incidence is how much here? C. By sine angle of refraction is how much? 90 degrees. So that's why absolute refractive index of the rarer medium by absolute refractive index of the denser medium equal to sine C by sine 90. Sine 90 means what? 1. Sine 90 means what? 1. So but consider, so this rarer medium is the air. If we consider this rarer medium is the air. So if we consider the mu r is air, so if the rarer medium is air, so then mu r equal to 1, because the refractive index of the air is how much? 1. When we substitute here, what you get? You get that 1 by refractive index of the denser medium equal to sine C. So this is the relation between the refractive index of the denser medium and the critical angle for that denser medium. This is the relation between the diffract index of denser medium and critical angle for that denser medium. So how they are? They are inversely proportional. How they are? They are inversely proportional to each other. They are inversely proportional to each other. So what is the relation between them? So that is 1 by absolute refract index of denser medium equal to sine value of the critical angle. So how they are? Inversely proportional. Inversely, or it can be written as sine, or it can be written as refract index of the absolute refract index of the denser medium. When I invert it, 1 by sine c. This is also another form of relation between the refract index of denser medium and critical angle. So how they are? They are inversely proportional. So now I am explaining this, some examples. So actually, if I take the water, I am taking one medium is the denser medium is the water, another one is the glass, another one is the diamond. So the absolute refract index of water is 1.33. The absolute refract index of glass is 1.5. The absolute refract index of diamond is 2.4. So the critical angle for this water is the 49 degrees approximately. The C value for the water is 49 degrees, and as well as, so the critical angle for the glass is the 42 degrees approximately, not exactly values. The critical angle for the diamond will be the 24 degrees. What you can observe? So when the refract index will be increases, what is happening? Critical angle will be decreases. Refract index is increasing, 1.33, 1.5, 2.4. So the critical angle is decreased. And how they are? They are inversely proportional. They are inversely proportional to each other. So now, if the critical angle if the light is incident with this angle, what is happening? The light ray will be, or the refracted ray will be graze the surface, or the angle of refraction become 90 degrees. So if I increase the angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, what happened? Guess, you guess it. What happened? So now the light ray doesn't enter into the rarer medium. Again it will be returns into the same denser medium. So actually, now consider this is the surface separating the two media. So now this is the surface separating the two media. So below the surface, that will be medium will be denser, and above the surface, that medium will be the rarer. Now the light ray is traveling from where to where? The light ray will be traveling from where to where? The light ray is traveling from denser to rarer. So now consider this, the light ray is traveling denser to rarer. Now it is incident on the surface. Let us consider it is incident with the critical angle of this denser medium. Then what happened? The light ray will be graze the surface. Then the angle of diffraction become 90 degrees. For example, if I incident this incident ray with greater than critical angle, if that angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, so what happened? Now the refracted ray not enter into the rarer medium, it will be simply returns into the denser medium. So initially it is traveling into the denser medium, again after incident again it will be reflected into same denser medium, and the returns will be known as what? Reflection. But here when the light will be incident greater than the critical angle of the denser medium, whatever the light that is totally incident on the surface, that is simply reflected into the same denser medium, that phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. So what is the total internal reflection here? The total internal reflection is nothing but what is the total internal reflection? So here what are the conditions for the total internal reflection? The light must travel from denser to rarer. So what are the conditions here? So the light ray must travel from denser to rarer. conditions for total internal reflections. So the conditions for the total, whatever the total light that will be incident return into the same denser medium, the conditions are: first one, the light must travel from denser to rarer, and second one is the, so the angle of incidence is must greater than the critical angle. So then only the whatever the light that is totally incident in the denser medium is totally reflected into the same denser medium. So then that phenomenon is known as the total internal reflection. So what is the definition? So when light is traveling from, when light is traveling from, when the light is traveling from denser medium to denser to rarer medium, denser to rarer medium, if angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, then total light reflected into same denser medium, reflected into same denser medium, denser medium. So this phenomenon is known as, this phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. So what is a total internal reflection? When the light is traveling from denser to rarer, if the angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle, then the total light will be reflected into same denser medium. That phenomenon is known as the total internal reflection. This will be happened. So next what I am going to explain, if I is less than C, I equal to C, I is greater than C, what happened? So now this is the surface separating the two media, below the surface denser, above the surface rarer. Now consider this a light ray, so incidenting on the surface such that, so the I will be less than C, and nothing but the angle of incidence is greater than, the angle of incidence is less than the critical angle. Then what happened? The light does not travel to the same straight line, just it will be bends away from the normal. That's all. And nothing but what will be takes place? Refraction is takes place. Refraction takes place. So now if the light will be incident, now consider, so if the light will be incident, that will be equal to critical angle, that will be equal to critical angle. So now if this is the light ray is incident, that it will be equal to critical angle of the denser medium. Then what happens? Just the refracted ray will be grazes the surface, then the angle of refraction become 90 degrees. And what happened now? The light ray grazes surface, grazes the surface, and now what is happening? The R become 90 degrees. R light ray, refracted ray grazes surface, refracted ray grazes the surface, grazes the surface. So if it will be incident greater than critical angle, if it will be incident greater than the critical angle, what happened? So now consider, so this is a light ray that will be incident with greater than the critical angle. Then what happened? Whatever the total light that is incident on the surface, simply it can be returns into the same denser medium. And then now what will be takes place? The total internal reflection will be takes place. So next I am going to explain what are the examples of the total internal reflections. What are the examples of the total internal reflection? So the examples are, so generally when the air bubble is inside the water, so when we look from the outside, so it will be look like appears as a shiny because of, and the appearance of the air bubble will be look like very shiny. So that is because of the total internal reflection, and the shining of air bubble, the shining of air bubble, the shining of air bubble inside water. And second one is the mirage, formation of mirage. Formation of mirage is also another example of total internal reflection. And third one is the optical fibers. Optical fiber, the working of the optical fibers. The working of the optical fibers is also works on the total internal reflection. And the fourth one is the brilliance of the diamond. The brilliance of diamond. The brilliance of the diamond. So these are the examples of the total internal reflection. So next I am going to explain about the formation of the mirage, how the mirage will be formed, and next class I am going to explain the formation of mirage. That will be also important 4-mark question in case of the board examination. The critical angle and total internal reflection is also important 4-mark question in case of the board examinations of Telangana as well as the Andhra Pradesh.
Like a Hellcat.